I'm interrupting this portion of the video because I just want to let you know this video was filmed about a year ago. This was filmed the week of the invasion of West Palm Beach, 2025. It just took a long time to get the supporting footage because there were so many delays during the installation, which you'll see in this portion of the video. But also, Doug, you just took a long time to get me the footage. I know your schedule, your busy work schedule and stuff. But I finally got it about a few weeks ago. So, which is why you're seeing this video now, but it's good. It's gonna be a great vlog. You'll see this incredible one-of-one E90 M3 in Atacama Yellow, and it's such a gorgeous color. But enjoy the rest of the video, and do me a favor, guys. Hit the thumbs up. We just hit 40,000 subscribers. It's been a long journey. It's been about 6 years on YouTube, and for 40,000 in 6 years, it's progress, but it's also a long progress. And everybody that has supported the channel, thank you again. And let's jump back into the video and see this gorgeous car. All right, guys, we finally made it over to Your Motor Performance where it all started. But today you can see behind me, we have a very rare car. This is an E90 M3 Atacama 101, and it's owned by one of my best friends. And you might have recognized him from the channel. So in a little bit, we'll get Doug on the camera, but this is his car. He bought this from another previous owner in Georgia. But again, this is a one-of-one E90 M3, has done a huge transformation between a lot of aesthetic parts and also what is very special underneath the hood. We'll get Doug's little take about some of the mods he's done, especially the stroker motor underneath the hood. And you guys may recognize him. You know, he was actually my YouTube partner on this channel before I took over it. But you know, he has been a car fanatic since day one, and it's good to see him back into the BMW world. You may have seen him last time when we ended up picking up his Phoenix Yellow E46 M3, but this is a very special car. And today we're going to be doing an exhaust install. He has a semi-stock exhaust with some I guess muffler shop modifications, but in a little bit we're going to transform this whole entire exhaust setup with a GT HAUS Meister shaft exhaust, and he's going to love the way it sounds. Now, I've already heard teases about it and it's pretty epic. All right, guys, check this out. So this is the new exhaust that's going to go on Doug's car. This is a Meister shaft Super GT exhaust, and for the longest time Doug and I were kind of discussing what would be the best sounding exhaust. And you'll see in a future video, he has an E92 M3, and we're going to be putting the active AutoWork signature rear exhaust, actually the whole system on that car. But he wanted to make this one a little bit more aggressive, right? And this is the Super GT. This one has no box in the rear, as you can see. It's a really unique design, and one thing we discussed of that is his neighbor is going to hate him. We know this is going to be a nice deep tone. It's going to amplify that V8 tone. I've heard this actually on a wide body E92 M3 at our show in LA, so I know Doug's going to be pretty happy with this, especially since my man has a stroker motor in there. So having this here, it's just going to amplify the naturally aspirated V8. He's going to love it. But I know there's so much more to do. I know for our show coming up, I still got to go back to the venue to kind of set up the flags and a whole bunch of other things. But again, that's what happens when you do these shows. There's so many things you do last minute, but it's good to see his car here in Florida. I know recently what he did was he added these gorgeous wheels from AR Motorworks. They built this 3-piece set of wheels. Doug has spent a lot of money on his car, especially these brakes. He has AP racing brakes, so he's definitely turned this from a rare car into a very expensive rare car now because all these mods he's put on it. All right, so we took down the stock exhaust or the other exhaust off the E90 M3. And I can tell you this, the previous owner definitely had a, let's just say a cheap type of doing exhaust, right? Cutting out the rear section of it. Again, definitely sounds good, but there's also another way of doing it, right? Having a full exhaust system, proper testing and channels and stuff. And also too, one thing about GT HAUS is that their typical line down the rear exhaust tips, that's actually wind tunnel tested. It allows for maximum airflow out of the whole exhaust. So that's all tested from the engineering team. That's pretty cool if you guys didn't notice. I know when I first noticed that exhaust, I know a lot of people recognize Meisterschaft and GT HAUS based on that itself. But yeah, we're gonna talk to Doug in a little bit and actually talk to him about, you know, about the car, about why you chose this setup. And I have a feeling it's gonna be pretty loud, because essentially this setup is gonna get rid of the resonators, which this helps tame the exhaust. All right, so we got Doug from Mississippi, one of my childhood friends. You might have recognized him from the early videos. Early. Backstory behind that is that we used to have a YouTube channel together until I branched off and basically, you know, I took over the channel.
Yeah, I couldn't keep up with Ken. Early days, I think it was what, like the first 5 videos, and yeah, I think I pumped out 2, 3.
I had like 5 ready, 5 ready to go.
Yeah, he was already like, "Hey man, I got like a lineup, man. Where's your videos?" And I'm like, "Dude, I there's no way. I can't keep up, man. Take it, run away with it. It's not. I'm not cut out for it, man. I can't keep up. No way."
Yeah.
So and then you know the rest is history.
Yeah, here we at 31,000 subscribers, almost reaching on 32,000.
Crazy.
But also too, we're here talking about a very unique car. You guys heard in the channel. This is a 1-of-1 E90 M3.
Yes.
Tell me about it. It's an E90 M3, 1-of-1. What color is it?
So it's Atacama Yellow. It's last year made for the E90, so 2011. It's a competition package, DCT. It is a pretty well-known car. It's owned by a guy named Adam and then Jordan from G-Technic. Jordan owned it a little bit of a shorter time. Adam owned it for a while, so that's probably how you guys know this vehicle. And when Jordan decided to put it up for sale, I was not in the market for another E9X, but you know, Ken, with being a bad influence, said, "Hey, this one came up for sale, just buy it." And then it's not every day you get to buy a 1-of-1. And I was like, let's do it. You know, it's when else do you get that opportunity? It does have a lot. It had a lot of miles, you know, but hey, I knew I was going to be able to, you know, do right by the car and bring it up to a good, you know, standard. If it wasn't, it was already really, really good. So it's that's what we're here for. We're doing a lot of mods. And we're doing this right before the show, Beamer Invasion. So I hope you guys really get to see the car.
And the funny thing is, it wasn't that he was not looking to buy another car. And we've been joking around for a while. Like, I'll send him some shitbox of cars. I'll send him some cars and stuff. I'm like, hey, buy this, buy this, buy this. And I actually sent him this thinking it was a joke. And what happened?
Well, and I was, well, like I said before, and when he sent that one, I was like, hey, when else do you get that, right? At that point, I think, you know, during the E9X, it's individual colors. You know, the E90 run of individuals is very limited, and especially there's very few 1-of-1s. There's only like, I think 6 of the 1-of-1s of the E90s. And like I said, when else would I get that opportunity again? So I decided to just go, you know, pull the trigger on it and do right by the car.
Okay, and then today we're here to amplify of how this car sounds. You guys might have heard GT HAUS, Meisterschaft, right? That's a well-known name, especially in the E9X world. But also on a second video, we're actually going to head to Active Autowork because Doug's a baller. He has an E92 M3 that's getting a full active system. So instead of having 2 of the same exhaust systems, you decided to go with one with GT HAUS and then one with active, right?
Correct.
What made you select this type of an exhaust, right? There's many different variations of GT HAUS. What made you decide to pick this one?
Well, it was a no-brainer. Like Ken said, the Meisterschaft brand has always been that, hey, if you want a nice exhaust, if you want one of the best exhausts, then Meisterschaft is the one to go with. And then with this vehicle specifically, with the E90, as Ken mentioned before or in other clips, it's got a brand new stroker motor. It's a 4.6 liter Carbahn motor, and since it's already got the performance, it's got the power, it's got a lot of other mods, it's decided to go with the Super GT on the Meisterschaft range. So it is a free-flowing exhaust, and we'll be able to squeeze all performance out of that motor, and then it's going to sound really, really, really aggressive and gnarly. And I hope I know I'll be happy living with it. Hopefully it doesn't destroy my ears, but hey, it's part of it.
Or
right?
your neighbors.
It's going to be, it's going to be a show car, and then you don't want a quiet show car, right? So I want it to be able to enjoy it. And I think I'll be able to have both, right? With the E92, I'll be able to go a different route than the E90. And the Super GT exhaust on the range was a no-brainer. We're actually doing Super GT plus the Meisterschaft Section 1 and Meisterschaft Section 2 on this vehicle.
And I do want to remind you guys, if you guys want to pick up that exhaust, I'll leave it in the description. I know they need to do some modifications because either the previous owner from G-Technic or the owner before that, they had a really unique exhaust, aka not the best quality exhaust because they're taking an OEM exhaust and just cutting some of the sections out. And it's made it a little bit more challenging, and some of the techs here are working through some of those challenges. But I know you're excited to see and hear how this one sounds. So stay tuned. We got so much more content coming. We're sweating our tush off here.
So hot here in Florida. Not used to it, but hey, it's worth it.
Yeah.
And by the way, we don't know who did that on the exhaust.
Yeah, so I don't want to put anybody.
We won't bash on either one of the previous owners. It could have been somebody else.
I will bash them because it's taking me longer to be here. But hey, but other than that, stay tuned. There's so much more content. We'll show you exhaust clips and go from there.
All right, guys, welcome to the final product. As you guys can see, different setting. It's been a couple months after the invasion of West Palm Beach. We had some scheduling conflicts, a lot of things came in the way, family life, but I did want to showcase the final product. It is, I have to say, life-changing in terms of this vehicle. It's an amazing experience. This is the Super GT exhaust from GT HAUS. This is Meisterschaft line. And what you're looking at here is going to be a Section 1, Section 2, and then the exhaust itself. And I have to say, from what I was running before, which was a Megan exhaust, to what I'm running now, it's completely night and day. One of the reasons why we also went with this is we did a motor swap on this. So now this is a 4.6 liter stroker motor, and then the methodology behind it was, what are we going to go in terms of opening up that exhaust, right? So we can hear the motor. We ended up choosing, again, GT HAUS's Meisterschaft, the Super GT, and it is a hell of an experience. It is amazing. It really opened up the S65, where in terms of, everybody wants to know what it is, right? What do you have under the hood? What is that car? Everybody has questions. It is an amazing experience overall. The guys at Euromotive installed it. Dwayne, thanks to Dwayne and the Euromotive guys, top notch. It is amazing. Thanks Ken from Beamer Invasion and Peter from GT HAUS. So it's been overall awesome. Day-to-day driving. You can set the settings on the calm setting. It's very livable with. You can set it on, the highest settings. This car does have a tuned transmission, so you will see it in some of the clips. On some of the downshifts are a little bit more aggressive. And it just overall, it ties it all in perfectly. My thoughts behind it were, I had, like I said, I had a Megan exhaust. I've had other E9Xs where I've had the M Performance exhaust, and it's always so toned down, right, where you can't really hear what it is that that the car is doing, and others can't really tell what it is that you're oh, that's a V8. I didn't even realize it was a V8. It was so quiet. That's not the case anymore with this. GT HAUS Meisterschaft has a range of exhausts. anywhere from toned down with resonators, mufflers, to ones that are almost straight pipe. This one is not the loudest, but it is up there in terms of sound levels. But overall, great quality. Not much drone, as you guys will hear. I believe we're going to show you guys some inside cabin videos as well. You will hear some of the revs, low revs, normal driving, wide open throttle. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. And I can say my recommendations for this product are excellent product by the GT HAUS Meisterschaft guys. So I would do it all over again, not a single regret on my end. And well, thanks for watching, guys.